Hey guys, Alex from 7th Hour Films back again with Demon Slayer. Last time around we had my own steel. I don't know what reference I was going for there, but anyway. Tanjiro passed the final selection. One of four, maybe five. They said five at one point, but there were clearly only four people there, so I don't know what that was about. But anyway. But yeah. He passed along with a guy who was really scared, a girl who said nothing, and Bakugo from My Hero Academia. And just like early Bakugo, he's really annoying. So, yeah. Anywho, but they picked out their ore, got a crow, and then 10 to 15 days later, Tanjiro got his sword, which when he unsheathed it, turned completely black, which was interesting. And then after that, his crow showed up and delivered the message that Tanjiro, I almost forgot his name immediately. This is a great start. Tanjiro has a mission to go to a village somewhere, I think it was like in the northwest or something, and stop a demon who has been stealing girls in the middle of the night. So, yeah, that's pretty much where we were. Also, Nezuko woke up, so... yeah, that's always good. Always good now that Nezuko has woken up. So yeah. But that was pretty much that. Good episode, and I'm excited to see where we're going here. So, like always, the reaction is down in the description and in the pinned comment for your viewing pleasure. So let's go ahead and jump right into this episode of Demon Slayer. Here we go. Alrighty, as I readjust my hair because it's very poofy right now. Alright, that was interesting. Just casually hypnotize Nezuko while she was asleep. That's just something he can do. And he did. So, that helps. That definitely helps. But I mean, like, it's an interesting thing to... It's an interesting thing to do, you know? Because... she was kind of already doing that, you know? Like, when Tanjiro was fighting that first demon before he met Urokodaki, she was coming out to help, but then again, she was looking at all the, you know, the human blood and everything, and she was, you know, just starting to lose it a little bit, but then when Tanjiro was in trouble, she went to help. So... I guess Urokodaki just, you know, made sure that that doesn't happen. She's not going to be tempted because she has to help the humans, so... that's something. Very, very interesting stuff. Very interesting stuff. So, first off, we've got the uniform, which is pretty cool, which I do like that because it is... it's so different from what he was wearing, but I like that he still has... his iconic green jacket or whatever that he wears over that. That was good. And yeah. And, alright, so, I mean, it's kind of the thing, I think I've said this before, but it's kind of the thing that you know going into Demon Slayer, you know? Even though I didn't know that Nezuko would be... I didn't know that Nezuko would be a demon at all. But what I did know was... there was Tanjiro, there was Nezuko, and there was a box. I knew there was a box of some kind. So yeah, so I like that. You know, and it's an upgraded version of the basket that Tanjiro had in episode 2. So yeah, I think I talked about that. It was a long time since episode 2, because that was back when I was still sick with COVID and everything, but yeah. So that was interesting. I like that. I like this special box that she's in. And I like Tanjiro starts getting in trouble. She busts out of that box and starts kicking somebody's ass, you know? So that was great. And then we got Kazumi, one of the latest victims of the Triple Demon Brothers or whoever. I don't know. See, they say, you know, it's... They keep saying other me, so they're all the same demon, but I guess they're just 3 forms of the demon. One being the sort of primal, angry one. The other being, I guess, still kind of angry, still very, I don't know. He's the hungry one. And then you get, the calm part of the demon, I guess, So yeah. So he goes through surfaces, basically, which is really interesting. So yeah. It's an interesting power, definitely. And he's definitely a force to be reckoned with, because Tanjiro is having trouble with this guy, And that makes sense. It makes sense that, Tanjiro can't just come in and immediately whoop some demon, But yeah. So that's interesting, and it's specifically that he wants... This is just, it's just so fucking disgusting, too, where it's like, oh, yes, she's already 16, soon she'll be stale, and it's like, ew, I don't need this, man. Don't be talking about how fresh a girl is, it's just terrible. But yeah, it seems that Kazumi's sister is already dead, unfortunately. She's already been eaten. So, that is trouble. That is definitely trouble. One thing I do like about this, though, is that the Demon Slayers seem to be kind of a myth, And honestly, they definitely feel like the Jedi, because that was the thing in Star Wars, is that, the Jedi in the prequel, there's, 10,000 Jedi, and they're still kind of a myth, They're still kind of mystical and a myth, and, just 20 years later, the Empire wipes them out so completely that the people of the galaxy don't even think there were Jedi, despite the fact that there were so many of them, And I feel like the Demon Slayers are kind of the same way, where nobody really believes in Demon Slayers. Even Tanjiro didn't, He didn't believe in demons or anything until demons attacked him, or come to find out a demon did. But yeah. But even then, but yeah, we come to this town, and, nobody's thinking that it is demons except the Demon Slayer core, So even when Tanjiro shows up and he starts, investigating what happened and stuff, it takes forever for Kazumi to figure out, oh, he must be a Demon Slayer then, And he's so skeptical about it. He kind of denies it too. It's like, no, he can't be, can he? So that was really interesting. Oh, my neck itches a bit. And then we had some more lore that only one demon has the power to create new demons. The first demon, Muzan. I didn't catch his last name, unfortunately. But yeah, so the first demon, who, I think, did I cut this out of a reaction? I think I did. But I don't remember if I said this in a reaction or not. But a while back, I got recommended some dumb video, and it was, apparently, I guess it was clips from Demon Slayer, but it was of the main villain, who I keep seeing him in the intro, and there I recognized, the, however much they showed of him there, and the video I got recommended was clips of Demon Slayer set to Smooth Criminal, because he looks like Michael Jackson. And honestly, he does. He looks like Michael Jackson. And I don't know why they went with that choice, because he really, really does look like him, but I don't know. But that's hilarious, and I love the fact that he's the first demon, and I would assume he's at least going to be the main villain, because that's Tanjiro's target. He has to find the one person who can potentially change Nezuko back, is the one person who can change anybody into demons, So that's really interesting. It really just shows, that's a good setup for him as a main villain too, because this guy has to be ridiculously powerful then, because if he's the only person who can make demons, and there are a lot of demons in this world, within Japan, like, that really says something about the guy, you know? That shows how strong he is, you know? And just on the fact as well that he's been around for 1,000 years, you know? So, yeah. So that's really interesting stuff. But it's also just an interesting thing if, you would think the first demon, like, I almost think, like, there would be, like, this almost demon brotherhood or something, like, oh, he would rule over the demons or something. But that honestly doesn't seem to be the case with this guy. It's like, because you kind of expect that of your sort of villainous group or something like that. But honestly, it really just seems like, no, the demons just are. They just are. You know, he's not really the Dracula and he has all of his vampire generals, you know? He really just is him, I guess. I mean, I don't know. They could, say that. They could have stuff about that, but just on the fact that he singly targeted hold on. None of those were words. He singled out Tanjiro's family and killed them and changed Nezuko into a demon, you know? Like, the fact that he did that, and it shows me that it's like, okay, well, he's just, a demon. He goes out on his own, finds a family, he eats them, and that's it, you know? It definitely seems like all the demons are loners, so I wouldn't expect him to be like Dracula, where he has, or even, not even Castlevania Dracula, if you go back to even Lugosi Dracula, where, Dracula, he does have some people there, he's got Dracula's wives, eventually he gets Renfield and everything, but I don't know, from the sound of it, it sounds like this guy, despite being the oldest and most powerful demon, is just him. It's just him. And that's an interesting sort of development for a main villain, that it's like, no, there doesn't seem to be anybody around him. It's just him, But that could change. I don't know. But yeah, and then Nezuko was hypnotized in her sleep, or was given hypnotic suggestion that all demons are the enemy and you must protect humans, which is interesting. So that, on top of the fact that she sleeps to regain her energy instead of drinking blood, does make her such a unique demon, But even still, she specifically sees other humans as her family, Which is really interesting. So yeah, really, really interesting stuff in this episode, and I'm curious to see where we're going. I mean, going with this fight, definitely. But yeah, and hopefully we can save. I'm sure we'll save, this girl, the only girl we're able to save, unfortunately. But yeah, so interesting stuff. Curious to see where we are going next time. But that is basically it. With all that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. There's a bunch of links on screen if you want to go click around any of those. There's a playlist for all of my Demon Slayer reactions, as well as another video you can go click on if you want. There's also a subscribe button and a Patreon button on screen, as well as other links in the description if you want to go check out any of those. See you guys later.